What up, y'all? My name is Jade Fox, and this is the Madeyoulooks channel. Thank you for all the birthday wishes, and let's not waste any time. Listen. Every birthday, I do a little too much, and I didn't do that this year because I just so happened to be having kind of like campaigns going on around my birthday. Therefore, I was fed, and I didn't need to, like go and get myself, a birthday thing, even though I did get myself some birthday things. Shout outs to eBay. Most of the stuff I'm gonna show you is from eBay. And speaking of sponsorships, this video is in collaboration with Brooklinen because I also got some new sheets around my birthday. And they could not have come any sooner because it has been hot as hell here in LA, which is why I'm wearing this like big ass hoodie to help me feel like the fall vibes are gonna happen quicker than they actually are. And so we got some cool little linen sheets. I'm gonna get into that later. Let's get into stuff that I bought. So the first thing that I copped is this cardigan from Awake New York. It's a brand that I have a couple pieces from. Everything that I have from this brand, I get a lot of compliments on. And I think that they just do simple but modern, simple but cool, simple but that edgy or loud or just like, the personality that comes with streetwear, they tend to have, and they tend to do really well. I have a new neighbor, and so I feel like she can see me. And so, yeah, I picked up this cardigan also because I wanted to wear it in the fall. I love this kind of like old grandpa yellow kind of color. I got it off of HBX. I think almost every Awake New York piece I've ever gotten has come from HBX. I am so happy with this because if you are someone with big boobs, then you realize how hard it is to find a cardigan that you can actually like fasten in the front of your body, or just a cardigan that actually has a fighting chance of this side and then this side actually meeting in the center. Because if you have big boobs, they just kind of like to rest on the outside. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Also, this is a men's cardigan too, and so I was a little weary about the length, and the length is perfect. I think when pieces come around this price point, I got this for $100. There's a few things that are happening that I feel justifies the price. Because it costs a little bit more than fast fashion, there's a good chance that the quality is going to be a little bit better, that it's from more of an independent brand, and they can tend to hand make things, make them locally, or just make them a little bit more sustainably, a little bit more ethically made. Also, uniqueness. And I think that Awake New York is at that price point. So yes, extremely happy with this. Very happy with this. The next piece, this is a secondhand piece that I got from 2nd Street, and it didn't cost me a lot of money. Would you look at that? Every time I go to 2nd Street, I feel like I spend no less than $100. No less, even though I always walk out with really cool stuff. This is just a plain black tank top. Really simple. All of my tank tops, I would say most of my tank tops are either white or I cut them from t-shirts. And so I liked this tank top. It's Los Angeles Apparel. It says it's a large. It's gotta be a women's large though, because it is small, okay? S-M-O-L, baby, it is small. But I really enjoy the fit of it. It's that nice kind of like boxy gay, like kind of fit, if you know what I'm talking about. Speaking of, I think I might do like a mask capsule wardrobe video, or like a mask or androgynous kind of like, we like too many things for a small little capsule. A capsule? Like one capsule? Anyway, if that interests you, let me know in the comments. Be my producer, help me out in the comments. But just a simple black tank top, $5, can't beat it, fits well. Whoever had this prior to me took care of it, or they didn't wear it that much because the black is very black. And then the collar is fully intact. I'm gonna be getting a lot of wear out of this because it's still hot. Speaking of heat, shout outs to Brooklinen for being the sponsor for this video. I had the opportunity to pick a different type of sheet than I normally do. I normally just do like regular cotton, nothing crazy. But when Brooklinen hit me up again, I was like, you know what? Let's do something that's a little bit. I love that painting. Shout outs to the artist. It's just a lot sometimes to see me just watching you. Anyway, I got one of the hardcore bundles and I got the linen one because linen is supposed to be a little bit cooler than other fabrics. and I wanted to try it. I already have a pillow from Marlowe, which is a company that's owned by Brooklinen, and then I also have other Brooklinen sheets, and they had already proven to me that they bring the quality every time. I'm gonna be slobbering on the pillow every time, messing with Brooklinen, and so I was like, you know, let's try the linen sheets. Let's see how they go. Not only are they beautiful, me and Jaden decided to go with color. We tend to do neutrals mostly, but this color combination was so pretty. It was like this kind of like berry cranberry color. It's like, that's the first time I think I've ever seen our bed and been like, oh my God, I can't wait to sleep in this bed because it just looks so good. Luckily for you, if you were looking for some summertime sheets or just some new sheets, they're having what they're calling the staycation sale right now, where you get 15% off of everything. So not only do you save by getting a bundle, you get more savings on top of that because of the sale that's going on. The last day is August 31st. So links will be in the description. We get older. I'm old now. Guys, like I said, I'm a whole year older now. And I want better quality in the things that I wear, but also in the things that I have in my home because I pay a lot of money for this rent. I want to be able to enjoy everything in this piece. Do you understand? So the link for that will be in the description. And now I'm gonna show you all the stuff from my eBay campaign. So at this point, yesterday it would have gone live. And so now I can go into detail about everything that I actually picked up through this eBay campaign. Also, if y'all could show me some love because eBay's been giving me some good reception. So who knows, girlies? We could make this happen again. Because once again, like I love working with brands that I actually buy from, that I actually have like a history with, and eBay is just one of those brands. And also out of all the tech companies, eBay is quietly minding their business. You know, they're not out here trying to be the next X, you know. It was a back to school campaign, which is also like, girl, I'm so old. Why am I doing this? But I was like, it's a girly, listen, I can be giving you a JC Penney doing the nay-nay in a sweater vest. You know, I can get with the back to school content. Let me not sell myself short. I can do whatever you want to do, eBay. It could be whatever, bro. It could be whatever. As part of the campaign for the content, they allowed me to go through the website and pick different items that were tagged with the authenticity guarantee. This is also not sponsored by them anyway. And because it's a TikTok shorter form content, I didn't get to go into detail about the details of these pieces because they are truly pieces. This first one, which is the one I'm the most excited about, is this Supreme beaded vest. And it's got, you know, the rainbow colors going throughout it, and it's literally beaded. It's got beads woven throughout the entire piece. Like, these are clothes. I'm aware that they're clothes, but this is tight. This is like someone's science experiment that they turned into a vest. This is such wearable art to me. Like, I feel like I'm wearing a bracelet. I feel like I'm wearing a bracelet as a top. It's just so tight. It's so cool. Probably took so long to make as well. And the fact that it's in the traditional kind of cut of a vest, so you can wear it casually, even though it's something that is different. I just let a little light in, a little sun. Next piece I'm gonna show you is this sick, it's this sick Supreme denim jacket. I don't know how this thing was made, but as you can see, sort of, it's a brown trucker jacket with the undertones of just a regular denim trucker jacket. It's got this beautiful Supreme plate on the back. The color on this is wild. Depending on the light, I look shiny. This looks amazing with dark blue. So I've been wearing this. I've worn this out already. The tag is still on it because I was like, I need the campaign to go live before I, like, you know, post a pic in it. These look so good with dark blue, like navies, black. It also looks really, really good with dark blue denim. If you have any type of like brown jacket, brown top, pair it with a really dark pigmented blue denim pant. Thank me later. It looks so rich. It looks decadent almost. It's also soft. Like, I don't know how they applied this color on here, but it's soft. It almost feels like it's suede or something. I don't know how this jacket was made. I don't know how they did it. It's just so nice. Huge, bubbly. I wouldn't even say it's boxy. It's more so just big. And this is a small. And just so that you know, I do have an eBay storefront. I'm an eBay influencer out here. And so I have an eBay storefront that I will link in the description. And basically what it is my picks. So if you want to venture into eBay, but you don't want to go through the trouble of trying to find things, I got you, sis. Click my link in the description and you can see all of my picks. Let's get into shoes. I wanted to try out these Adidas Sambas. And also, just like, I guess as a tip, if any of you are aspiring or new fashion creators or you want to be one, if a brand gives you the opportunity to pick items, it's really great and you should feel proud of yourself for getting to that point. But also understand that you are selling these things to people. Like, that is never lost on me. Whenever I do a haul, whenever I do a recent pickups, it's not lost on me that these videos, this content influences people to buy things. And while I can't tell you what to do with your money, and I don't morally think that I don't have an opinion on like your shopping habits. I just want to have like a nice range of items. So knowing that I'm someone who likes higher quality things and who's willing to pay for those higher quality things, but I prefer to also show items that aren't expensive and are affordable and are also great quality. So I picked up some Adidas Sambas in the black and white. I actually had a pair of Sambas before, but it was for a video and they were low-key too small. It was for another thing that I did. And so I wanted to try these out again. I also am having a weird renaissance with the color black. If you've been watching me for a while, you know that I don't really wear black like that. It's like I would say 2023 is the first year that I started getting into like all black. Otherwise, I really don't wear black like that, anyway. For $65, this is a tough shoe. Not only is it versatile as hell, it looks good with skinny jeans, it looks good with wide leg, it looks good with straight leg jeans. They're affordable, they are comfortable, just a really, really solid shoe. And I understand why they trend so much. I have nothing else to say. It's like it's like a good man, dependable, reliable. You can count on them. They look nice. Sturdy. The next pair of shoes that I got as part of this campaign were the Jordan 1 Lows, the Travis Scott all black sneakers. As I'm getting into black, this sounds so stupid. As I'm getting into black and wearing black more often and just understanding what me as a black lover, this sounds so weird. Albeit a hype shoe. This is also just a solid shoe. I would put this up there. I know this might sound crazy. I think for, for the more dapper boys in the audience, y'all might roll your eyes at me when I say this. But this is up there with a Common Project sneaker to me. This is up there with like an Adidas Stan Smith, a Converse Chuck 70. Like, this is up there when it comes to simple, plain, white or black sneakers. There's not really much to them other than the white stitching. Oh, these go with this hoodie perfectly. It's just a solid shoe. They're also very comfortable and they look amazing with dress pants. If you have Air Jordan Lows, there's just a lot of changes that are happening over here because I was once strictly a high top sneaker girl. But I recently started getting into lower tops with these shoes I'm showing you now, but also I think that my Gucci Gazelles kind of introduced me into the world of low tops. Most recently, I think I tried on like a white t-shirt, a pair of brown dress pants, these black shoes, and a duster jacket. A cute, simple fall look. If you're in your 30s and you want to look like you're in your 30s, but you want to wear your cute sneakers, you're like a former sneakerhead, and so you just have like hella sneakers, but like you also have a job and You know, like you go to restaurants that don't sell food out of baskets. I think this type of look goes well with that type of vibe. I actually have a few opinions on just like dressing in your 30s in general. There's a hummingbird outside my window. The ADHD love is rampant. Next pair of shoes, I've been posting these on my story because I've been wearing them like a mad woman. These are the Cream and Scarab Gel Kayano 14s from UNISEX. These are your quintessential dad shoe. I think people run in these sometimes. This is quietly a great Renaissance shoe because of all the silver on them as well. These are just extremely versatile. All three of the shoes I've shown you so far are just very, very versatile, which is just my personal style. Like I like everything in my closet to be versatile. I don't have a lot of super statement-y type things. Shoes like this really do make an outfit sing. I've worn these with like sweats and just a t-shirt, and it just adds this kind of put togetherness to whatever I have on, even though this is not necessarily like anything groundbreaking or anything like that. They're wildly comfortable and they do stretch. When I first got them in, I was like, ooh. I'm big-footed because they were a little snug, but I've worn them out a couple times and they've stretched quite a bit to my foot. They also look really good, even though I have worn them so many times. So yeah, if you do get these, I would love to see how you style them. I just love a dad shoe. I always have. I probably always will. I never really noticed this until my girlfriend pointed it out, but she was like, "You're really leaning into this 90s thing, huh?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And like, we were just talking about how like pretty much anything I put on just looks like it's straight from the 90s now. I mean, like, look at what I'm wearing now. I can't write this stuff. I was born in the 90s, early. And when I go back to like the music that I love the most, the fashion that I love the most, the design that I love the most, it's all from the 90s. So I think that I am just truly a child of the 90s. Next thing I want to show you, this was actually a secondhand buy. Someone owned these. I did not buy these new. It is a pair of Fear of God shorts. They are big. These also kind of remind me of like the 2000s. Like these feel like, this is such a niche thing I'm about to say. Do y'all remember back in the 90s when like really baggy sweat shorts were a thing, like Echo sweat shorts or like Rockaware sweat shorts, and they would be baggy as hell. They would go all the way down past your knees and they'd be so heavy and like so thick. They kind of give me that. They kind of give me that type of vibe, but they are very snatchy in the waist. That is a silhouette that I prefer on my body. I'm about 5'5". I find that this little shape that this gives me is so nice. Otherwise I'd just be shaped like a toothbrush. If you have a womanly body and you like shopping from the men's section, if you ever want to better your chances of a pair of men's pants fitting you in a flattering way, find ones that have a little bit of a snatchy waist. Usually you can kind of tell by the model, like when a pair of pants is just like where it snatches just like a little bit at the waist. I find that it just gives you a nice shape and it doesn't sacrifice, you know, your mask vibes or your mask look for the day. So these shorts definitely gonna come in handy. And lastly, these cool ass track pants. I didn't purposely go for Supreme. If you're seeing all these Supreme items and you're like, damn, Jade really loves Supreme. I don't. I mean, I guess I do. I have ever only owned 2 Supreme items. One was a hat, a black hat that I think I sold to one of y'all like a couple years ago. And then I have a Lil' Kim t-shirt, but it's a Lil' Kim t-shirt. I could have found that shit at Kmart and I would have bought it. I just really loved the retro vibe of these track pants. I love the navy going into this more like classic blue and the white. And then of course the butt, which is just tight. It's got some movement to it. It's got some personality there. This is more so just like a throw on with a t-shirt, catch a flight, run some errands, you know, work day, just little run around pants that interest me and that are visually different from other track pants that I had seen. And y'all know I love a good track pant. This is really not, it is laughable how much my style leans 90s. And it's even more laughable that I'm just now realizing this. Check out my eBay storefront. It's really cool. I got some cool pics on there. There should be about 50 listings on there, but I can go ahead and add some more just in case some things sold out. I'm doing a Greece trip. So if you are down to go to Greece with a bunch of other queer, black and brown folks, really just people who follow me. So if you follow me and you like this channel, there's a good chance that you're gonna like the group that we go with. We're going to Greece May 2024. And so if you wanna have kind of, you know, that once in a lifetime type of experience with a bunch of people that are also having that once in a lifetime experience and we're all just having it together, like, the link is going to be in the description. Payment plans are available. You got hella time to pay for it. And if y'all could just keep the love going on the eBay stuff, I would really appreciate it. It's resonating well. It's resonating well. And it's just a really quick, easy, free way to support your girl. I will put the TikTok in the description and I'll also put the Instagram posts in the description. Shout outs to Brooklyn for sponsoring this video. I will leave links also in the description for that, as well as all of the items. It's going to be links everywhere in the description just to cover all the bases. All right. And on that note, I will see y'all very soon in another one.